Hello everyone, welcome back to a very important aspect of chemistry video I'm going to be teaching you today. Do not scroll, hold on for a minute. Now, this is a good question under exam condition. A lot of students would get the answer, but they do not have a deeper revelations or a deeper understanding on what this area talks about. Now, this area combines both quantum number and the periodic table in understanding a deeper part of this topic. Now, listen, a lot of erroneous teachings in this aspect. Now, the question says, an atom with atomic number 21 belongs to the category, is it an S block, P block, D block, or F block? Now, be relaxed while I take you on this journey. Now, if I'm having atomic number of an element 21, right? If I am to write the electronic configuration, which is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d1. Now follow me. Because the last electrons enters the d orbital, this element is known as a d block element. So the answer is C. But that is not all you ought to know. Yeah. And that is why we are chemists, to take you deeper on it. We should understand that for an element to be an S block or a D block or a P block or an F block element, there are certain criteria that must be met. One of it is, we move to the S block. When the last electrons falls into the S orbital, it is known as the S block element. And this includes the group 1 and the group 2, where they'll be having NX1 or NX2. So this is group 1, this is group 2. Is that understood? So let us go deeper. Let me erase the board. What if the electrons then end? What if the last electron ends in the p orbital? But before then, there is a problem that a lot of students always have. Examples of S block elements include hydrogen. In addition to the group 1 and the group 2, we have hydrogen, we have helium. Some students will ask, but helium as an element falls under the group 18 or the noble gases. That is not true, my friend. Electronically speaking, when I am having helium having atomic number of 2, it will be 1x2. So from here, helium falls under the S block, right? The X orbital. So it is an S block element. But its properties is that of the noble gas, because group 18 has their outermost electrons filled up, and helium has, remember that the maximum electrons of the X orbital is 2. So because of that property, helium is a group 18 element or group 0 element. It's an inert gas which is unreactive. Is that understood now? Now, for you to be a p block element, your last electron must fall under the p orbital, and this include from group 13 to group what? 18. And this is how it is known. We have the NX2, NP1, to NX2 NP6. So from group 13 to group 18, because their last electron falls in the p orbital, it is regarded as the p block element. Is that understood? Now, how do I know for a d block element when the electron falls under the d orbital, it is regarded as a d block element, as in the case of what we have here as the answer, and that include the transition elements, which have their configuration, their general configuration, to be n-1, d1 to d10, and nx0 to 2. This is the general configuration for the what now? For the transition melters, whereby their electrons falls under the d orbital. You see, if here is n, to get for that of d, you will have to remove 1 from that of this s orbital, which is n-1. While for that of the f block element, the last electrons enter the f orbital, and this include the family of the lanthanides and the actinides, which I did there from 57 to 71, from atomic number 57 to 71, which the first element is lanthanum. That is where they get their name, lanthanide series, right? While from atomic number 89 to 103, the first element there, which is 89, is the actinium. That is where they get their family name, actinide series. And their general electronic configuration is this, meaning you see n-1, n-2. So for n-1 it is d, for n-2 is the f block element. So that is the criteria on how to know them. Now please be informed. Now there is also another hypothetical orbital called the g orbital. There is no element yet, but probably in the future there should be, when new elements that is not above 120, then we can have the g block element, and it will be so amazing to have first element that will fall under the g orbital. But for now, there is none. As I'm talking to you right now, there is none. Then we then move to the next question. The element with atomic number 17 belongs to which group? Is that understood now? Is it group 1? Is it group 17? Is it group 7? Is it group 14? Or is it group 13? Of course, remember, 17, here will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Is that understood now? This is a group 17 element. This is group 13. If I add 2 to it, group 14. If I add 3 to it, group 15. If I add another one to it, here become group 16 down to group 17. So from ns2 to np5, they are group 17 elements. Remember, the periodic table now has 18 groups and 7 periods. Do not get it twisted. Is that understood? So the correct answer is what now? B. And this marks the end of this video. Do well to like, share, comment, and tell the untold that we are taking over. Thank you and God bless you.